should you buy into an older building or a newer building? Comes actually a lot from personal choice. I know a lot of people, if they have the opportunity to buy a brand new home or a house that has been fully renovated, they much rather move into the house that buy a renovation delight, you know. But with units, it's even harder, because with a house, it's much easier for you to go and fix it up yourself. With units, you need to ask for strata permissions, and sometimes when you start touching things, because they're old, they're not anymore up to the new standards. So you have to upgrade a lot of things, which can cause that little renovation to cost you a lot of money. So yes, you're saving money because you're paying lower because it's an older unit, but then when you want to bring it up to standards, it becomes as expensive as a newer one that has already been built within the new standards. Now, the major things that the pros and cons, I would say, in older buildings, you know already all the issues that could have come up in the last 10 to 20 years. And this is normal. Everything, there's wear and tear, and there's new legislation of how to build things that keeps changing, because we realize that what we used to do in the past is not good anymore and it needs to be changed. And so in an older building, you might know if there's stuff coming up that needs to be fixed or has been fixed already. When in a newer building, all you should be doing really is checking first, if it's a building that has been built within the last 10 years, I would check definitely if the developer or the builder are still around, or they were not one of those that used to do phoenixing, where they build something and they just disappear. They close down the company and disappear. You want to check if there had already showed up some sort of waterproofing issues, because these are the major issues in anything, not only in buildings, but in houses too. Waterproofing, it's major everywhere in construction. So you want to make sure that if there's any waterproofing issue has been addressed. And the strata. If it's a newer building, you want to make sure that the strata has been started, the strata levies, were healthy from day one, meaning they charged a little bit more than their expenses, meaning they are already building up your sinking funds. So at the 10-year mark, you guys don't need to put in more money to fix anything. And if it's an older building, you want to really, really, really check how the sinking fund is looking like. So you're not end up with a big bill because you're getting a great deal, maybe 100K below market price, but then you're going to be hit with 100 to 150K bill of levies because there's major fixing in the buildings that need to be done. Yeah, well, if you have any questions or if you would love my help, I love talking about buildings and strata. So leave your question below and I'll be more than happy to answer.